through. So I think if we can surface that document, that would be great, just as a reminder for everyone. Yeah, we haven't legally changed his name yet, so it does still have help in it for now. In the meantime, while I'm checking in to see if he's able to join, does anyone want to give any quick updates just on what's been going on this week? Anything of note to be aware of? Other than sadly us saying goodbye to, I feel like, a lot of people, which is sad. I know, moment of silence for our lost friends. Exactly. Speaking of, GM Tim. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, like I said, I think we can go ahead and get started. We only have 10 minutes because we are wildly efficient in this group and we are composable and we take the learnings from other places and we reapply them. So we have moved fast. We have decided to change tools a little bit. So we've been using Discord threads to get a little bit more participation for um, some of the submissions for the advisory council framework that Open Sky has referenced here. So I think taking the notes that are coming in through the Discord channel async and then uploading them into that document and then having comments directly in the document is how we're kind of working through flow right now. Yeah, sending anyone to an external website always adds an additional level of friction, even if you're not using tokens or anything. So I get it. And we do adapt. So that is kind of the process moving forward. Okay, great. Yeah, like I said, does anyone else have anything that we want to surface or raise? Otherwise, I think same as most of the other weeks, I think we're gonna continue adding to the document that Open Sky surfaced and just keep working through those edits on a scope by scope basis. I've lost all my voice comrades. Yeah, great. As Open Sky noted, I think we're focusing on accessibility this week. So if you open that document, we've already got some, I think, of the basic member requirements, but I think especially for process requirements are starting to think through how we can actually like find and screen growth and UX experts. I know there was some discussion in a couple of other CVCs, I think maybe not last week, but the week before, with like some external participants that were coming in to give advice. So yeah, would love any insight from this group who has either attended those meetings or has additional suggestions that we should consider for including here. That would be great. It doesn't have to be by voice, but would love, yeah, just a recap for anyone who isn't privy to those conversations. And then as noted, I think most of the actual editing work we'll save for in between the discussions, and we can do that in Discord as well as in the HackMD document, but Yeah, I like anyone with a track record of building. I actually noticed that in the requirements we have right now that we have that people should be experts in one of the following fields. I might even be willing to say that it should probably be, from a composability standpoint, probably more than one. Or ideally, obviously, I think it would be more than one, but and then yeah, I will definitely add that comment into the doc. And then someone from Inside Maker for internal requirements. Cool. Yeah, I might even say then on that note, maybe like a track record in one of these fields and maybe, I don't know what the definition of an expert is, but understanding of more than one. I will present something next week on peer-to-peer recruitment to the growth call. Happy to share it here too. Yeah, that would be great. I would love that. And on that note, if there is anyone else that we feel like should be that would be good for us to bring in for like maybe a presentation that hasn't been covered in other CVCs. Like I know we've been pretty good about surfacing insights from the other conversations to make sure that we're not duplicating work, but it would be great for any recommendations for where there could be a little bit more guidance added that we can bring to the table, as opposed to just combining what everyone else is doing. It's crucial to ensure resiliency and decentralization while selecting experts. We could consider collaborating with established Web3 communities and networks. Their expertise and understanding of decentralized interfaces could help. Yeah, I agree, especially with obviously the name of this is, the name of the game is composability for us. And so working with other groups as needed to not recreate the wheel, I think is where we have bias. So I like that. Jan Sky, would you mind commenting that in the document as well? So Blue, is it fair to say then that you will be on the docket to present next week? Bonus points for successful projects. I wonder what we deem successful. It's like the answer to one question just leads to 10 more. Yeah. See, you got to be careful with successful growth marketing KPIs. I would also say some kind of sustained growth is probably a fair thing to say. Yeah, exactly. It was successful. Successful for how long and at what cost? Um, okay, great. Yeah, I agree. And I think that's where, Blue, to your point, I'm trying to get better about making sure that we're not just only getting the summaries from other groups, because to your point, like we should probably have a different opinion on them than other groups do, but would appreciate that presentation if you already have it. And again, open call for anyone who thinks that either there are additional topics that would be valuable that you haven't gotten enough coverage in other CVCs, or individuals that you think would be good to hear their perspective, even if a topic has been covered. Yeah, totally hear you. Well, as you may have heard, yeah, these meetings are actually really quick too. I think for us, we're trying to fit them into 15 minutes, so we're actually running up on that time anyway, and focus most of the discussion in the Discord and in the document that Open Sky shared. So no worries on the length. It's more about the discussion, like you said. Cool. So Open Sky, I know you already have accessibility in the document that you shared. I can't remember, I'm checking now. Uh, it is not in it is not in the Discord yet, so it seems like that will be the one that we add for this week. Is that correct? Okay, cool. Yeah. So, again, no, we're running up on time. So, unless anyone has any specific recommendations for who we should bring in for another presentation, questions to ask, obviously, the channel itself is open all the time, so we can push those discussions here, but just we have another minute. But the next steps will be Open Sky is going to open a thread in the Discord channel for us to drop any thoughts and comments in on accessibility scope for advisory council selection. We will migrate those over to the document as they come in, but also really welcome notes specifically in the document, because I think these back and forth questions and answers are a lot of where the richness comes from anyway. So yeah, that is next steps for this week. And if anyone else needs anything in the meantime, please find us in the Discord server. Cool. Look at us. We've made such progress. We are so efficient. All right, I'll see you guys in the Discord and see you next week. See ya.